Hello everybody, welcome back to the YMS channel. Today you join me at Salon Prive in Chelsea. Let's go around and take a look. We've got here an extraordinary lineup of LaFerrari Prototypes. Ferrari do multiple testing on their new cars. They tend to go through 7 stages and do about 150,000 kilometers of testing from what I read. This one here is based on a 458 Italia, but look at the modifications that they've done. This car here is specifically based around testing the engine. You can see the roof scoop here that cools the engine, as well as look at the air intakes at the back, and note the exhaust pipe tips. Imagine driving this car, a 458 Italia with a LaFerrari engine. That's effectively what you got here. Next to the 458 LaFerrari Prototype, we got here a car that resembles more closely to the actual production car, which is parked next to it. You can see the shape and the size of it is similar, although it looks a bit more boxy. Ferrari have a habit of obscuring their final design with fake body parts. You can see that here with the rear bumper, but you can still figure out this is a LaFerrari. These types of prototypes are not just testing the engine, they're also now testing suspension, durability of parts, how they perform on the road. It's a finalizing of the final production car. We got here a LaFerrari next to the prototype LaFerraris. On this one, take a look at the wheels on the inside, they're red. That's different. Here we've got a proper 80s supercar, a Ferrari 512BB by Koenigs. It's one of their special editions. Interesting fact, Ferrari didn't allow Koenigs to badge their cars as Ferraris, and they had to take them off, so I think this badging was done afterwards. At least that's what I read. Note the differences on this car from the original 512. You got a lower front spoiler, you got Testarossa style side streaks. The wing mirrors or door mirrors are different in this case. You got air scoops and a wing at the back as well. An extended rear bumper. Looks very cool. I've never actually seen one of these before. It's nice to see one at this show. Next to the 512BB Koenigs Special, we got here a GTO. This year is the 40th anniversary of this car. Has to be the most beautiful of the special limited series Ferraris. One of the things I found out recently is that Ferrari actually did an engine swap on one of these cars, a yellow car, where they put an Evoluzione engine in it, and that power of that car went up to 650 brake horsepower. Can you imagine 650 brake horsepower in one of these? The way you can tell that that car is different to the standard GTO is that there's an extension or a modification to the engine cover, and that's how you spot it. So the Evo engine conversion on the GTO was done by Ferrari, and they actually changed the chassis number as well, so you got a new chassis number to the one that left the factory. I don't know where this car lives now, but if you know anything about it, please let me know down below.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start our Concours de Vent parade, so could I please ask you to stand well back on the road? We know you're
got here a pair of Lamborghini Countach. This one here is a S version, which is the first of the series of Countaches that had the wide wheel arches. That came about thanks to a character called Walter Wolf, a Canadian billionaire who was involved in Formula One. He had his own Formula One team, and he was also involved with Williams F1. So he bought the original Countach, decided that he wanted a bit more power, and decided to modify. To modify his Countach, he brought in someone called Dallara, who was involved with Lamborghini in the early years, but left thanks to Ferruccio Lamborghini's insistence on not getting involved in motorsport. He wanted to be involved in motorsport, Ferruccio didn't, so he left. Walter Wolf brought him in, and he developed this car into what it is today. Walter Wolf bringing in Dallara effectively paid for the development work for the Countach S and the subsequent Countaches. So I guess we have him to thank for this car. Here's the 5000S, which followed on from the Countach S. Interestingly, they have the same power as the S, but the engine is different, and this was due to regulation changes. They are forced to introduce a new engine or upgraded engine to meet new requirements in North America. This car was only in production for 2 years, and it was followed by the 5000 QV, which completely transformed the Countach. It went up to 450 brake horsepower, and they had to introduce that car because of the Testarossa, and that is the one to have, really. Here we got a Ferrari F40 GT, a race car version of the F40 and a precursor to the LM, which is a far more crazy version of this car. I believe also this is a road legal car. Here we got a Aston Martin Valkyrie finished in a really dark red carbon. I don't know if you can see that. Very nice. Next to it we got another Valkyrie. This one finished in green. Here we've got a Koenigs CCR, Koenigs second ever car. Looks cool in orange. Let's take a look at the engine. Kind of looks simple compared to what we have today from Koenigs. Very nice though. Here we've got a Singer DLS Turbo paying homage to the Porsche 935. Just look at how wide the rear wheel arches are. I mean, look at where the door is, and then look at where the actual wheel arches start. They're huge. And you've also got the side exhaust, which must sound amazing, and a massive diffuser. What a car. Here we have Schmee's McLaren 675 LT. Here's the all new MG Cyberster. I don't really understand the name, and I don't really get those doors either. Kind of don't make sense on a car like this. It's all electric, not the rear lights. It's got arrow kind of shape to it. We'll be interested to see what happens with this car. Will it be a success for them? Okay guys, I'm going to end the vlog right here. I don't know what you think, but in my opinion this show has not been as good as last year. Let me know what you think down below.